Women have a right to wait for somebody to change their life, but as a man, you have to earn every bit of your value yourself. This is the truth most men are afraid to admit. The reality is that while women can elevate their status simply by entering a relationship with the right man, a man must fight and struggle to elevate his own. Women focus on the basics, their appearance, social skills, and the ability to nurture relationships. But for men, life is a battlefield. We are expected to prove ourselves in every area. We're expected to build success, secure resources, and earn our place in society. And this competition is relentless. Men are competing for wealth, status, influence, and even for the women they want by their side. It's not enough just to exist. To be a high-value man, you must stand out. You must be exceptional. This isn't just about having the right image or ticking off a few accomplishments. It's about possessing the ability to fight for what you want, to win when it counts, and to protect those who rely on you. The path isn't easy. In fact, it's the complete opposite of easy. It's a constant grind, a race where there's no room for comfort or complacency. In this race, women are not our competitors. They sit at the finish line waiting for the men who've proven themselves worthy, waiting for those who've battled, who've overcome adversity, who've proven their strength, their resilience, and their ability to thrive in the chaos of life. You see, as men, we are judged not by our intentions, but by our actions. Society measures us by our real-world achievements, and only those who truly unlock their potential will be respected and recognized. This isn't just about physical strength. There are many ways to be strong. You can be physically imposing, sure, but you can also wield influence through intellect, through mastery of your craft, through emotional resilience. What matters is the value that you bring to the table. And you can only do that if you've put in the work, if you've faced your fears, and if you've pushed yourself past your limits. It's important to realize that none of this is meant to paint men as victims of some unfair system. In fact, this reality is a gift. It's a challenge, a call to action. You see, while women can wait for someone to change their life, we don't have that option. We can't sit back and expect success to find us. We are given the responsibility and the privilege to create our own destiny, to carve out our own place in this world, to build a life not just for ourselves, but for those we care about, for our families, for our legacy. Yes, life is hard, and for men, it's even harder. But don't mistake difficulty for injustice. Before you blame the world for being unfair, ask yourself, have you really given it everything? Have you truly pushed yourself to the edge? Because let me tell you, if you commit to the grind, if you refuse to quit, then eventually, without fail, your efforts will pay off. The results may not come today or tomorrow, but they will come. This is the law of hard work. It never fails. However, we live in a world that's flipped upside down. Today's feminized society teaches men to adopt a passive, waiting mindset. From a young age, we are taught to behave more like women, to think like women. We're told to expect rescue, to wait for opportunities to present themselves, to sit back and let life happen. And this is a dangerous lie. It's a lie that keeps men weak, complacent, and dependent on others for validation and success. Young men today are falling into the traps set by this feminized worldview. Video games, pornography, social media, they become distractions, easy escapes from the real-world challenges that would actually help men grow. Instead of embracing discomfort, instead of pushing through the pain, too many young men are content to drift through life, convinced that they have plenty of time, that there's no rush, that everything will fall into place eventually. But that's not how the world works. And if you believe that it is, you're setting yourself up for failure. Society wants you to believe that you, like women, are born with inherent value, but that's not true. Men are not born with value. We have to earn it. And if you sit back and wait, convinced that success will come to you just because you're here, you'll end up with nothing. You'll be left behind by those men who understand the truth. that in this life you have to fight for everything you get. You have to struggle, you have to compete, and you have to win. Because if you don't, someone else will. This world is brutal. It doesn't care about your dreams or your desires. If you're not willing to fight for what you want, someone else will take it. That's the reality of being a man. And the sooner you accept it, the sooner you can start doing something about it. Women can afford to wait. They can sit back and let the world come to them. Their value is intrinsic, tied to their beauty and their ability to give life. But men, we have to go out and build our value from the ground up. We have to take risks, face challenges, and create our own path. No one's going to hand it to us. And that's why we can't wait. We can't expect anyone to open the door for us. If you want to live a life of meaning, a life of purpose, you have to seize it for yourself. The truth is, no one's coming to save you. No one's going to knock on your door and hand you the life you've always wanted. You have to get up, face the world, and take it. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's painful. But that's the price we pay for greatness, for building a life worth living, for becoming the kind of man who can protect, provide, and lead. The struggle isn't something to avoid. It's something to embrace. Every failure, every setback, every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. You need to put in the time, the effort, the sweat. It's said that mastery takes 10,000 hours of dedicated practice, 10,000 hours of pushing yourself to the limit, of honing your skills, of learning from your mistakes. That's what it takes to be the best. That's what it takes to rise above the rest. Every great athlete, inventor, or leader wasn't born at the top. They made themselves. They fought their way there step by step, hour by hour. And the success you see today is just the tip of the iceberg. Behind every victory, there's a mountain of sacrifice. Behind every achievement, there's a story of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. And that's the truth that society doesn't want you to see. We're taught that men should be passive, that we should be content to wait. But that's not our path. As men, we are builders, warriors, creators. It's up to us to carve out our place in the world, to create comfort and security not just for ourselves, but for those we love. Women may have the privilege of waiting, but we don't. And that's okay, because that's what makes us strong. So stop waiting for life to happen to you. Stop expecting someone else to come along and save you. That's not going to happen. You have to save yourself. You have to take responsibility for your woman, for your family, and for your future. Subscribe and share your journey with us. Until next time.